Greetings from Chandrasekhar Nene, an expert on international relations along on MahaMTB. Along with me, our videographer Mr. Yogesh Kumbar joins me. Today we are going to discuss about the maritime security of India and the various initiatives have been done to counter the Chinese aggressive posture in the maritime areas of Indo-Pacific. As we all know, Indo-Pacific is where a major trade volume of not only India but the whole world passes through the Malacca Straits near Singapore, and that area and the South China Sea area wherein Japan and Korea and other industrialized nations do lots and lots of trade with the whole world is under threat of Chinese Navy's aggressive posture. China considers South China Sea as its own backwaters, and it tries to impose all kind of restrictions on various nations which are sending their trade ships, their merchant navies in this area, and China is trying to trouble them all, also using its power to do a show of strength against its adversary Taiwan, which China considers as its own territory, which is against all the international norms. So to counter all this, even in 2010, it was proposed that we will form a quartet of the interstate countries in this region, the countries being United States of America, Japan, Australia and India. This quartet was named as Quad. It was a quadrilateral quartet of countries which are interested in the same area for its maritime security. But this didn't take off for quite some time. In 2017, when Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, took over this particular initiative, and the initiative gained strength. And now the first thing we did in 2019 was to hold naval exercises of all the navies together, joint naval exercises in the South China Sea region. And this was a show of strength in which all the navies of India, America, Australia and Japan took place. Even navies were sent by, aircraft carriers were sent by France and United Kingdom to join in these exercises, and this was to show a solidarity of all the nations which were interested to have free trade going on, freedom of navigation option as it is called FONO, to go through the South China Sea and also through Malacca Strait and the Taiwan Strait. And this was taken very adversely by China, and China started creating a lot of noises against these exercises. But these countries didn't stop these exercises, and further exercises were being convened. Actually, even 2 days back, United States aircraft carrier Carl Vinson, it's a huge aircraft carrier with its what is called a carrier task force, which means around 50 additional naval ships accompany it, along with the navies of all these three remaining countries, have passed in the Taiwan Straits within 50 nautical miles of China's exclusive economic zone. This is a free trade area. There is no restriction China can put on this area, and this has given a lot of strength, a lot of assurance to the littoral countries there, such as Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia and all these other countries. And Australia is also benefiting because a lot of trade of Australia passes through this region. All the merchant navies of Australia also pass through this region. While this is going on, there is going to be on the coming Friday, 24th of September, a meeting of all the 4 heads of states, not a virtual meeting this time, but an actual meeting in White House, which is being hosted by Joe Biden. Joe Biden, as we all know, has to now be on the aggressive to kind of show that whatever happened in Afghanistan was something else. Whatever is going to happen now, particularly against the Chinese aggression, is going to be very material. So this particular meeting is convened. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to make a visit to Washington in this meeting. On the 24th September, this meeting will be there, and after that, on the Saturday, 25th, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to address the 76th United Nations General Assembly Convention in New York at the UN headquarters. He will be attending it physically, and just today it is also a 71st birthday of our dear Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Let me wish him all the best in good health, and may he take Indian prestige higher and higher as he has been doing all along. May he make our country more secure, and he may enjoy the greatest health as we move along. Now, while this is happening, a new development has taken place. United States of America, day before yesterday, created another combination of three nations, and this combination is named as AUKUS. AUKUS. It stands for A for Australia, UK for England, and US for America. It is with these three countries, they have decided to participate together in a military manner to make sure that freedom of navigation is continued in the waters near Australia and in the waters near China. So this is going to be a game changer again, and this is not going to be against the Quad, this is actually going to be augmenting the Quad. And what is going to happen because of this? United States of America and England together are going to supply Australia with nuclear powered submarines. Nuclear powered submarines in the naval nomenclature are called SSN. SS stands for submarine, N stands for nuclear, and till date only 6 countries had nuclear powered submarine. India among them. India has one Arihant, which is made in India, a nuclear powered submarine. We have also made one more submarine in 2017, which is going to be launched very soon, Arihant 2. Both of these submarines are going to be capable of carrying nuclear warheads. So its designation changes to SSBN. As you know, nuclear powered submarine was never used in Australia. Australia never had any. This combination of the AUKUS countries are actually committed to build 8 such nuclear powered submarines in Australia. They are going to transfer the technology for creating these submarines. And don't forget one important thing, Australia has the richest ore of uranium. So Australia will not have to depend on anybody else for the nuclear fuel which is required by the nuclear reactors in these submarines. So it is going to be a very powerful deterrent against China, because once Australia has got these submarines, those can go. The advantage of a nuclear powered submarine is it doesn't have to come to surface for months together. If the supplies for the crew on board is enough, it doesn't need to come up for air, for battery charging, for movement, nothing like that. So it can remain hidden in South China Sea for indefinite time. All it has to do is send a small aerial on the top on which the signals are exchanged between the headquarters and the submarine. It's a very powerful deterrent, particularly for Chinese actions in that particular area. Now this is the advantage of the AUKUS and Quad. They are all going to work together. During the convention, during the meeting in Washington on the 24th, they are going to discuss about the success of Quad initiatives, not only in the military matter, also in the terms of Quad vaccination program. What it means, India has committed to provide 1 billion vaccine by the beginning of 2022 to all the nations in Southeast Asia, and India, as you know, has been termed as the pharmacy of the world now, particularly for the provision of COVID vaccine. So this is also being discussed. Also being discussed is how best to curtail China's ambitions in the South China Sea, how best to assure Taiwan that all these initiatives, all these conventions of Quad and AUKUS are going to be of benefit to Taiwan, because Taiwan has been rattled because of China is continuously invading Taiwan's airspace and doing a show of strength, because China and Taiwan are very close by, just a Taiwan strait separating the two countries. To ensure Taiwan, to ensure the other countries, particularly after the debacle in Afghanistan, all these countries which were dependent on US for its protection were rattled. We are actually worried that is it going to be enough? Is America going to come to our help if we are going to be troubled by China and all that? Philippines was in two minds, so was Vietnam, but all of those countries will be assured by these particular developments. All these developments have been taking place because of the common objective of freedom of navigation in Indo-Pacific and freedom of navigation everywhere, because the globalization and the opportunities of trading will be non-existent if this freedom of navigation is not in place. India is going to be a biggest beneficiary because of this freedom of navigation, because lots and lots of our export and import goes through the Malacca Straits and goes to Japan and Korea and all these nearby areas, and also to Australia. So we are looking at a new arrangement of powers within our own naval sphere, and India is coming on tops with its own SSBN as the nuclear ballistic missile launching submarine, and we are going to be benefited because of this. Our own security is strengthened, with which our own trade is going to be more and more. We are going to be a country of repute. Actually, we are already a superpower, so to speak, and this is the best news so far for our own growth and security. This is the reason I wanted to do this video, particularly particularly on the day of the 71st birthday of our Prime Minister. Once again, I wish him all the best. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends and relations. Please also subscribe to our channel. If you are not pressed the bell icon till now, please press the bell icon so that all our new videos are immediately intimated to you. Thank you.